Hi guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today's video is the first part of my renovation vlog on the new house. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think at the end of the video. So this is the current situation with the bathroom. Obviously all of the tiles are off now. The radiator has been removed. I've taken the door off as well so there's a bit more space to be working with. So on here is going to be a towel rail. And there was one of the old concrete blocks, because this would have been a fireplace at one point, so I've lifted that out and I've used floorboards from here to patch that up, because there was one of these that was quite rotten, so I've got some new floorboards on, well, we're just waiting to be delivered so that I can pop new ones in here. So the reason why I wanted to lift the concrete block was so that this pipework didn't need to be exposed the way that it is at the moment, so the pipework can run underneath the floor and come up onto the towel rail. I've piped up for the sink, so here I think I'm actually going to have a tall cabinet in this corner. I'm thinking about using an IKEA wardrobe, one of the Pax wardrobes, just to save on materials really, because it's all going to be painted anyway. So a tall cabinet in the corner, and here is going to be the sink unit. So I wanted to move the pipework over so that it was coming up directly under the sink, so I've marked off where the midpoint is for that. So when the new floorboards come, that'll obviously all be looking a lot tidier. The toilet waste is going to be repositioned, so it's going to be coming out in that corner there where you can see I've started chipping off the plaster. So the waste is going to run all the way down here and the toilet is going to be positioned here. I've not fixed this floor down yet because obviously I'm going to need access underneath there for when the towel rail's put on. So that's just cut all into position. And then it's also going to be overboarded as well, just so that everything's a lot flatter for when the new flooring goes down. This was obviously plastered over wallpaper, as you can see here, so I need to get all of this sanded down so that it's a little bit more even, so that I can do the panelling. Usually I would want to put the skirting board on last, but as soon as I'm doing the panelling, I've decided I'm going to put the skirting board on first, put the panelling on top, and then there's going to be a dado rail that goes above the panelling. It'll give me a better visualisation of the sort of towel rail that I want to get, size wise. And so the next stage of this now is going to be me panelling this section of wall here and around here for where the toilet's going to go. Got pretty much everything that I need for the bathroom here now. So I've got a new toilet. I picked this up from Wix. It was only a cheap one, but I think that it's going to look absolutely fine. I think this was £47. I'm going for a white Metro tile, so I've just picked these up from B&Q. These were £12 a square metre, I think. So I've picked up 7 packs altogether. So these are the 20 tiles, white gloss. I've used these before, they're really good quality and hopefully they will look very nice. So I've had a play around with tile patterns and I put these pictures on Instagram and asked which people preferred. Most people went with the first one, which is what I'm swinging towards. Let me know in the comments which one you think's nicest. I've got a big piece of MDF and I've got the rest of the timber here that I need to finish off in the bathroom. So I've got a dado rail to go on top of the panelling, some floorboards to fill in where the floorboards were rotten, and also some stud work to build the cabinet. So this is where I'm up to in the bathroom at the moment. So I've got the panelling on this wall with the skirting board. Ideally, I would have preferred to have had the panelling going right down to the bottom and the skirting board going up against it. But I'm a little bit restricted on space behind the toilet, so I thought it was best off being continuous throughout. So there's a little bit where it's kind of sticking out, but hopefully that's not going to be too obvious once it's all painted up. So I need to get the dado rail and these bits. I'd ran out of the grab adhesive, so I need to finish off putting these bits on the wall. I'm not going to go right the way up to the bath because I want to make sure that I've got some movement, so the rest of those can be finished off at another time. So as long as I can get all of this section here painted up before the towel rail goes on and the toilet is plumbed in. I'm a little bit in two minds about what to do after I've finished the panelling off. There's a hole that needs to be cut for the toilet. Now, I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this myself. I've not got the tools for it. I've not got a diamond drill bit. I've tried bashing away at it as best as I can and I'm not getting very far at all. So I think I'm going to have to get the plumber in to do that. He was going to be coming in to connect all of the waste on the outside. I'm working on this by myself, so I didn't want to be working at height, messing around with the waste pipe and things. So I've got him coming in to do that, so I'm going to have to ask him to do the hole as well, I think, because I am struggling getting through the wall as it stands at the moment. Until that's done, I can't really go about putting the bath in. I don't even really want to do the tiles because I was worried that if I do the tiling on the wall, the vibration from cutting the hole in the wall will make the tiles fall off. So I kind of need to wait now until he's been to do that before I can really do much else. So I'm hoping next week he'll be able to come out and do all of that for me so that I can actually get moving a little bit further. I think that the next thing that I need to do in here now is get these floorboards down and get some of the dado rail put on. So I've had a few days off from working over at the house. Back on it today, I've got to drive over to Halifax to go and pick up a Pax wardrobe, which I'm going to be putting in the bathroom. So I'm going to go there now, take that to the new house and get cracking with things again. Bit of a mess around today. I went to pick up the wardrobe and then I thought I best go and get the other bits that I need. So I headed over to B&Q and got some hardboard for the floor and also the paint for the bathroom. So I brought the wardrobe in and I've ballsed up with this basically. Let me just show you what I've done. So, the idea was that this IKEA Pax wardrobe was gonna go in this corner here because I've already got some Pax wardrobes at home which are damaged, so I thought I could use the mirror door on this. So I've measured it wrong, haven't I? I thought it was 50 deep, it's 58 deep. so it comes over the door frame. So I think I'll have to use that wardrobe now in my bedroom. It's got loads of shelves in it, it only cost me 20 quid. So I can put that in my room for extra storage. So I'm going to have to go back to the original idea of building a tall cabinet for the bathroom. So now I don't know whether I'm going to have enough wood to do that. I'll have to sort of like figure that out tomorrow, because it's actually getting on a little bit now. I'm not going to be able to do all of that today, so I picked the paint for the bathroom, gone with Delaware Grey, and I was tossing up between doing the panelling in colour and the walls white, or the walls in colour and the panelling white. So I was initially wanting to do this in the same navy that I've got in my current bedroom, but then I decided I think I want a navy living room, so I didn't want to do navy in 2 rooms. So I'm going to use the grey on the panelling and the skirting boards and keep the upper walls white, I think. So I've got a primer to put on this, because this is only matte emulsion, but I thought with a primer, the emulsion and a varnish on top, that should do okay for this. So I'm going to put the primer on today, then tomorrow I'll do a coat of the grey and see how it looks. So that's the panelling primed, and that was the colour that I'd just put straight onto the wood, so I think I'm happy with that. I'll now get all of this painted in the grey. So the first coat on the panelling's done. It is looking kind of bluish actually. I would have probably preferred a darker grey, but I think that'll do, because I do want to use some of the ochre accessories that I've already got, so it should hopefully tie in quite well. I've started doing the frame for the tall cabinet. I need to get some more wood, because that's pretty much all I've got, so I'm just trying to decide like where I'm going to put the shelves and things. So that's where it will come up to on the door. I need to decide whether I'm going to paint behind it or fill it all in with wood. So I'm going to order some wood for collection so I can go and get that tomorrow. But I'm also thinking I'm going to treat myself to a mitre saw, because basically when I was cutting some wood, it was actually when I was doing the floorboards the other day, I broke my circular saw, dropped it on the floor, and it's all bent, so when the blade's spinning it catches on the guard. So I'm kind of without a saw at the moment, apart from using my multi-tool that I bought the other day. Well, a couple of weeks ago now, but this has been brilliant, but it's not doing straight enough cuts, so I figured the mitre saw is going to be great because I can use it for doing the rest of the framework for the cupboard and the sink cabinet, and also it'll come in for cutting trims, doing the dado rail skirting boards and things like that, because using the circular saw, because it was a little bit bent, I've not been getting the angles right, so I've been having to fill in with decorator's caulk, which doesn't look great. So yeah, I think when I go and get my wood, I'll pick myself up a new saw as well. So like literally one of the very few women that goes, oh yeah, new tools. Because my mum had given me some money before she went to France for my birthday. It's my birthday in a couple of weeks, so yeah, that'll be my birthday present from my mum, I think. So I'm just going to do one more coat now on the paintwork and then head home, because it's getting on a little bit now. I've only had half a day here today, so back on it tomorrow. Hi guys, so I've had a total, well, it's not been a waste of a day. I've been editing another video So I've not actually been to get the wood that I needed yet, so it's 5:45. I need to go tonight to get all of this stuff that I need because my car's in for its MOT tomorrow. So ideally I need to have everything at the house so that once I've dropped my car off, if I can't wait for it, then I need to get a taxi over there and just crack on with doing what I need to do. So I'm going to head over to B&Q now, get my wood and hopefully get a new saw. So the car's now at the garage in for the MOT and I'm stocked up with all of my wood, and I picked up this saw. This isn't actually the one that I wanted to get, but it was the only one that they had at B&Q. So hopefully that will do the job. It was only £52, so we'll see how it does. I should be able to get this frame done today. Fingers crossed. It is lunchtime, so I'll stay till about 5 o'clock. So let's see what I get done in a few hours. So for the cabinet frame, what I've done is obviously I've measured the walls of how big I want the cabinet, and then I've drawn it out so that I know the lengths of pieces that I need. So this bit here, focus, is one of the side pieces. So I've already got one of them done. So I obviously need 2 side pieces, then to join the side pieces together with more crosses at the back and then also at the front as well. So I need to screw together the other side piece and cut the pieces that are going to join those together at the back. So the way that I've done this, I might actually have to take one of these out, is that I've countersunk some holes and screwed in through with wood screws. So each corner is connected here. So this is like really sturdy. So there's obviously the central support as well. And then for the shelving, I'll add in some of the bits, but I'll show you that later. So I've got the other 2 side pieces cut and the cross braces. So I'm using the new mitre saw for this. So this is perfect. It's so quick, just slices through like butter. So I wish that I would have got one of these a long time ago, because it just makes life so much easier, because you can do your angled cuts on that as well. But obviously for this, I'm just using the straight cuts. So what I'm going to do is cut the other pieces that I need so that I can just start putting this all together. So as I said, I've already got the pieces cut now for the side, which is these ones. So that's the other side frame that needs piecing together, and I'll cut the cross braces for the back and the front now. So with both of the frames, the side frames done now, what I've started to do is do the holes for where the back braces are going to go in. So this is going to be the section that's standing away from the wall, and this one is going to be the section that is against the wall. So what I need to do is fix these pieces in place first, so then I can secure this against the wall and then fit that end panel once it's all in place. So that's the supports on the frame. I'm not putting a piece on the front because I don't want it in the way. I haven't decided how I'm having the doors or the shelves yet, so I'm leaving that blank. bish bash bosh. I'm pretty impressed with this actually. So it's obviously difficult to get like your right angles. That side bit will attach there on the end. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with that actually. I think my wood tech teacher would be quite pleased with me. I was just thinking, like, kids get taught to make like the most ridiculous things in woodwork at school, don't they? I don't even know if they still do woodwork. I think we had like a jigsaw thing. No, it wasn't a jigsaw, it was this weird sort of like ball bearing game. But yeah, they could have taught us something useful. You could have your kids doing all of this for you if schools were a little bit more on the ball. So I'm going to get this fixed into the wall now, get the other side put on, and then I can sort of like get a better idea of where I'm going to have the shelves, and then start planning the next part, which is going to be the sink unit, which is going to attach on the side. So the frame's in place, and now I've just actually been thinking about maybe seeing if I can put one of the PAX wardrobe doors on here, the mirrored doors. I'm going to have to take a look at it when I get home, but I'm thinking if I just pack this out on the side so that I've got the full frame flush with the edge of the door, that might just work. It's 203 centimetres high this, and the PAX wardrobes are 201, but I could put a bigger like fascia panel across here to cover up the difference in size, and then just have the top of it flush up there. Bit of advice on a Sunday evening: don't stay up watching a whole season of Cobra Kai when you've got a busy day on the Monday. I am absolutely shattered. I literally watched the whole first season and was awake until after 5 AM, so I am really low on motivation today. I've measured the mirror door and I think I can get this to work. So I'm just going to need to pick up some different hinges that will fix on the front of here. I've decided I'm going to use some of the wood panelling for the side of here, so I'm going to put that on the back side. And I'm just going to leave the back wall as it is, but the side panel, that will be all panelled on the outside, so I need to take that into account whilst I'm measuring this as well. The bathroom's going to be really behind schedule actually. I spoke to the plumber this morning and he's really busy, and he's going to book me in to sort out the toilet pipe work probably next week. So the only thing that I can really do in the bathroom is the cabinet and the sink unit. I've got the cabinet all fixed in, which is mega sturdy, it's not going anywhere. So obviously all the panelling on the side, and what I did was just put in an extra piece here, so there's essentially like a couple of centimetres gap at the side down there, which I'll caulk all of that up obviously before I paint it, and then I'll just bang a piece of MDF on top. So I've cut the side pieces of MDF. I've made it so that the cut is going to be inside the cabinet, so you're not going to be able to see it. So I've just popped some screws in just to show you what it's going to look like, but I'm going to use grab adhesive on that, screw it into place until it sticks, then take the screws out, sand it down, fill paint obviously. So I've done the top frame for the sink. Now where this is at the moment, it's definitely too high, because by the time the sink's on top, which is about that big, so I need to drop that down a little bit. I'm running low on wood, so this is literally all I could really do with this today. So I need to decide on what height that I want this before I cut any more pieces anyway. So but the idea is there'll be 2 more bits of frame here, the same across the front and then down the sides, but not across the back because obviously the pipe works there. And then I just need to get a little piece of plasterboard, which I think I've got some in the shed. I'm just going to cut that out and stick that on there. I mean, most of that's going to be behind the bath anyway, so it's not going to be noticeable. And then obviously the panelling's just going to fill in like that small bit in between. So just done the same thing with this as I did with the big cupboard. But yeah, that's going to be absolutely fine. It's going to be a bit tight on space, but to be honest, the amount of storage that it's going to give, because all the towels can go in there, toiletries in baskets and things, like it's just going to be ideal. And then a decent sized cupboard as well, which is what we've got at home at the moment. So loads and loads of storage. I'll call that a day for this weekly renovation vlog and carry on again next week. So I'm going to have a few days at home now. I've got so much organising that needs to get done at home. So tomorrow definitely I'm going to have a whole day where I'm cleaning up, organising, packing and things like that. So I'm going to film a get it all done with me and put that over on the other channel. So when that's available, I'll pop it up on screen, so if you want to watch that too, go ahead and check that out. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next vlog.